What's up, guys? It's your boy Ray. Wanted to wrap with you real quick. As a bit of a follow-up to the foul baiting subject, I think there's, especially with Shea this week, I think there's a lot of emphasis on him and some of his specific calls. And what I wanted to add to that conversation was to say that I think in a lot of ways, it's not about the letter of the law. I think people can understand pretty well that if you look at the rule book somewhere, there's a reason these refs are calling the fouls, right? Especially when you're considering the landing zone rule that they instituted since that whole like Zaza Pachulia situation, which you could also say, if you want to say Shea is ruining the league, you could also say Zaza Pachulia ruined the league because a lot of the where we are now came from that from his situation with the Warriors, and I would say it's not just about the individual player. It's about how the game is legislated and what the referees are willing and not willing to consider fouls. Because again, you can probably say that when you look at what Shea does, it clears the legal definition of a foul in a technical sense. Like if you were just read it purely in a judicial sense, the Supreme Court would call this textualism. That if you just read the letter of the law and apply it as written, yeah, Shea, a lot of these calls there are clear fouls, but it also I think sits with people wrong, not because it's not a foul by letter of the law, but because we're not enjoying what basketball is becoming as a result of whatever the law is. And I don't think you need to be an NBA legal scholar to have an issue with what's happening, not just because of the situation itself, but because of the implication. Because um, for lack of a better term, foul baiting is becoming a mandatory skill set for the NBA's modern star players. So, is that something that we like? Is that something we want to incentivize? I think is really the question. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time.